I encourage students to apply through Clearing because whether you haven't received the results you were expecting or you've changed your mind, there are still so many courses on offer. It's a second chance for you to make sure that you've picked the right university and the right course for your studies going forward.
The best advice I can give if you find yourself in Clearing is the age-old advice of not to panic. Remember that Clearing offers lots and lots of different opportunities with different providers and different courses, and maybe even courses that you hadn't considered before. So it's all about looking out there, seeing what options are available, and then getting in touch with those universities to see if they're able to offer you a place.
This is your chance to make different choices and to reset your future direction.
Be prepared for any outcome. If on the day you don't receive the exact results you're expecting, then it will help if you've done some research in advance, had a look at different universities, what courses are going to be on offer to you through Clearing, and then at least if you've done that in advance, then that's one less thing that you have to worry about on the day.
And if you are prepared, if you do your research before Clearing itself, it will put you in a better position. So have a look at universities' websites, which universities are you interested in, which courses you're interested in. Have a look at their advertised Clearing numbers, whether or not they're offering live chat, for instance. If they're doing a little bit of both, make a big list, and by doing that ahead of the day itself, it means that you'll just be a little bit better prepared.
The best advice I can give you is not to panic and do things in a hurry. Start your research now, consider all the options you're interested in, and have the phone numbers of your chosen universities to hand early in the day. Then you're ready for a great Clearing experience.
My top tip for Clearing would be to keep calm and to trust the process. Don't be afraid to seek help from your chosen universities. During this period, there will be plenty of support available to you as a candidate, and we would be very happy to hear from you.
It's also worth checking out the different social media channels for the university and following some of those, because they'll post regular updates about the stuff going on at the university during Clearing, course content, etc. And also make sure you have a look at stuff like student finance and accommodation offerings at the universities that you're interested in.
Also, research any questions that you might want to ask, not just about the programme of study, but perhaps about other issues like sports clubs that you're interested in, or whether or not there are accommodation places. We're happy to take any questions from you. On results day, be ready to contact your chosen university as quickly as possible, whether by phone or by live chat.
So what to expect from the Clearing call itself. So you will be speaking to a trained Clearing advisor. That could be a member of the admissions team, someone from recruitment, someone from the academic school, or even the academic selector themselves. Everyone is really, really friendly, so please don't worry about it. The things to have to hand would be your Ucas ID, the courses that you're interested in, as well as the grades that you've obtained. Using that information will then be able to let you know whether or not making an offer would be possible.
It won't be a difficult conversation. Remember, we've spoken to thousands and thousands of prospective students over the years. They'll just want to hear all about you and what you want to study. If you can't get through on the phone, many universities, including Aberdeen University, are offering a live chat option, so you can talk to us that way.
Remember that we're here to offer you the best advice that we can. We're a very friendly bunch of people. We want to try and match you to vacancies that are going to be most suited towards you. So have a chat to us, ask us questions. That's what we're there for.
We'll then be able to advise whether we can give you an offer straight away or whether you'll need to complete any additional selection process, such as an interview or a portfolio. We'll tell you how to go about that if needed.
For the vast majority of callers, we will make a decision there and then as to whether we can make you an offer. Also remember that it's you that's being offered the place. So, if you can, please do make the phone call yourself and do not ask someone to do it on your behalf. If you do need someone to do it on your behalf, that person will need to explain that to us when they phone. But it is you that we want to talk to, and it's you that we want to offer the place to.
If you want to stand out in Clearing, make sure you've done your research and preparation beforehand. We like to know that you've done your research about the university or the course you want to do. You'll get to talk to some academics and some current students of the course. So if you've done a bit of background reading beforehand to see what modules are available, what the course will entail, we know that you're going to be the right person for our course.
What I look for in a clearing candidate is somebody that obviously meets our academic profile, so has the required grades and the subjects, but also somebody who's got a genuine interest in the university, who's familiar with the courses that we offer, familiar with the location of the university. One way you can demonstrate that is by just asking some further questions, so finding out whether there are going to be opportunities to visit, whether it might be possible to speak to an admissions tutor about the course content, how the course is structured, those kind of things, because that demonstrates to us that you've got a real interest in the courses that we offer.
What makes a student stand out in clearing? Well, it's basically being prepared, so having the information at hand, so having your Ucas ID, the courses that you're interested in, having your qualifications as well, even down to GCSEs. So for instance, some undergraduate degrees will require GCSE specifics as well, things like maths, maybe English. So have those qualifications to hand because they are really easy to forget in the middle of a phone call. Good tip would be to have a look at your personal statement as well before the call and just remind yourself about why you're applying to university, why it is that you're interested in specific subjects and what stands you out from the crowd, just to familiarise yourself. It may not be needed, but it's better having it than not.
Students who know what course they want to study come across the most confidently, even if they don't feel it. So if you make sure you know exactly what you want to study, you've maybe got some questions in mind, then that will make you stand out.
Remember, this is your future and you can shape it however you want.
If you're nervous about making the phone call to your chosen universities, please don't be. We receive hundreds and hundreds of phone calls every year. Our staff love talking to our prospective students on the phone and will be very happy to advise you and help you and answer any questions that you may have.
Don't be daunted at the prospect of having to get in touch with universities to discuss clearing vacancies. There are loads and loads of different communications channels open to you, from just picking up the phone, sending an email, live chat functions to discuss things online. My own advice would be to pick up the phone to us, because we have a dedicated team available to give you the best information, advice and guidance, and to discuss various course options that might be available to you. We're all very friendly, approachable people. That's what we're there for, to give you the best possible advice we can.
If you're feeling disappointed by your results, try to remember that it doesn't mean that there aren't still opportunities out there waiting for you to jump at them. If you didn't quite get the results that you were hoping for, there are still options and programmes that are looking for exactly what you have to offer, and we'd be really happy to advise you.
If you do have a firm place at a university, but you want to reconsider your options during clearing, do not self-release from Ucas until you've had an alternative offer from another university during clearing.
My final piece of advice would be to make use of Ucas's Clearing Plus service. So if you're registered on track and are eligible for clearing, Clearing Plus will show you the matches for clearing vacancies that you're suited to, or that may be of interest to you. Once you select the ones that you're interested in, the providers themselves will get in touch with you. Although there's no harm in you also contacting the providers if you'd prefer to do that as well.
If I could give one more piece of advice, it would be to remind you that you are not alone. There are thousands of students every year entering university through clearing. Every year, there are hundreds of staff like me at the end of the phone that are here to help you on results day. Do not panic. Take a breath, talk to your friends and family, and make the right decision. I myself didn't get into my first choice university, and I ended up having the best time of my life at university. So it doesn't matter if you don't get into your first choice university. You will always end up where you are supposed to be.
I would definitely encourage applicants to apply via Clearing. Think of it as opportunity. As long as you've done your research beforehand, you've thought about those universities that you want to apply to, the courses that you want to apply to, please don't worry about picking up the phone and having a conversation. Everyone that you'll speak to will be super, super friendly, and they'll want to help you as much as they can.
What I love about helping students through clearing is the ability to change a stressful and uncertain results day into a more positive and memorable one. Once you've secured your place through clearing, you're officially a university student and you deserve to celebrate that.
Good luck, and we're looking forward to hearing from you.
So, best of luck, everyone.